Good evening, konnichiwa. Hello, Edward.
Michelle. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. So, depending where you're from, so
Yes,
welcome to today's
yes,
webinar.
it should be an international audience today. So
Yes,
I'm Michel Besner. I'm the CEO of Prevu3D, and I'll be your host for this webinar. Exciting content that we want to show you and talk about the whole world of piping. That's definitely a key topic for a lot of industries in chemical, oil and gas, and others. And have Edward from PlantStream that is going to be with me today in this webinar. Hello, Edward.
hi. Hi again. So, my name is Edward. So, I'm one of the technical consultants in PlantStream. So, I'm happy to be here.
Excellent. So today we have a few slides to explain both our companies if you don't know about us, and then we have some content, some video content as well. Everyone that's on this webinar, please feel free to ask any questions. We're there to help you understand what we've been working on and what it means for you as a partner or a customer. And so more than happy to answer any questions you have. You can put comments into the stream event and we'll answer them as we see coming in. So I will begin with a very quick introduction about Prevu3D, and then I'll let Edward do the same thing about PlantStream. So Prevu3D, we're a software company based in Montreal, Canada. And really our focus is really about this notion of a visual twin for manufacturing sites. And really the core part of this is to how to help companies to better understand their assets as they exist in the as-built existing world. Of course, doing CAD models is extremely important for the design process and the construction process. But once the environment is built and you're operating, there's an existing conditions for your equipment. And we've been focusing at Prevu3D really about this whole concept of how to capture reality through 3D scanning technology, amongst other things, and really create these high quality visual models that allows you to see an actual replica, a digital copy of your facility. And so when you think about oil and gas facilities, for example, or food production companies, there's a lot of equipment. They're complex sites. They're hard to understand. And so having a 3D scan of the environment makes it very easy to understand. One thing we've been working on over the past couple of years is really go beyond just the visual, but getting to the notion of understanding your environment. And that's why we've been developing what we call reality assets, which basically is to easily isolate assets within your environment. So when you think about machinery, pumps, valves, and so on, in specifically piping, we basically built tools that allows our users to easily isolate these equipment, and so you're able to create a clickable, editable space out of the 3D scanning data. So that's extremely useful for many use cases, including doing redesign, turnaround planning, and so on. And the one part we'll focus today, obviously, with our colleagues at that PlantStream, is really showing how the as-built world that we manage with our solution can be used to improve your design process within PlantStream. So one part that we've been working on with PlantStream is to have that seamless integration to simplify the path between our solution, where we have this reality capture data, this as-built environment, and the amazing tools that PlantStream have for doing piping design. And so how to make those two things collaborate and work really well, and taking the benefits and the strength of both products to enable our customers to do better, accelerating their process of designing piping. And that's a really key thing. And also to minimize time spent on site and making sure that your decisions you're making about your designs are actually going to work when you're going to start building it. One key part also that we provide with Prevu3D is this ability to do design validation through like real-time clash detection or clearance detection, but also collaboration. You can actually publish designs that you do between PlantStream and Prevu3D and publish those on the web and have your end customer or your stakeholders be able to see a live 3D version of the changes you're planning to do for your facility and have them comment, annotate, and accelerate the decision-making process with the different key stakeholders. So hopefully that gives you a quick idea of what we're doing at Prevu3D. Why does it matters? Well, for oil and gas and EPCs, well, it's all about cutting project lead time, minimizing the shutdown time, and of course, in worker safety, reducing risk are always key elements. Some of these sites can be very dangerous, so improving understanding of the facilities, minimizing the work that has to be done is our key factors that improves the lives of the workers. Quick view of our ecosystem as a product line. So we are both serving the engineering side of the equation. So we basically have first a web platform called Reality Platform, where you put in all your 3D scanning data, your projects, your sites, your user management, and everything else. This is a platform that any employee can access for free, the platform to visualize sites and data that's in the platform. Then we have these engineering tools that we've done, including these integrations with different CAD design software, including PlantStream through Reality Plan, and that's where you can do other capabilities like comparing your CAD to your scan or doing clash detection, amongst other things. And something that's coming very soon, and it's sort of a sneak peek here that we're mentioning, is this notion of a visual twin for operational use cases. And so being able to connect your enterprise system of records, your ERP, your MES, IoT data, and so on, through a visual layer that we create into the Prevu3D ecosystem. So on that note, I will let Edward do a quick presentation about PlantStream. Edward, it's all yours.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. So now we've seen the capabilities of Prevu3D. I'd like to briefly introduce PlantStream's company and solution. All right. So PlantStream is a startup company founded in 2020 in Tokyo, Japan. So it provides advanced 3D CAD solutions for plant engineering. So it was originally established as a joint venture between Chiyoda Corporation and Arendt. So Chiyoda is a Japanese EPC contractor, and Arendt is a 3D CAD provider for the entire engineering industry. So this year, PlantStream became a wholly owned subsidiary of Arendt while maintaining the technical partnership with Chiyoda. So although we are startup company, so PlantStream has already been implemented by around 25 companies worldwide, including both plant owners and EPC contractors across Asia, Europe, and the Americas. So as you can see on this slide, so PlantStream is used in many types of plants. So we have the wastewater treatment plants, chemical plants, hydrogen plants, LNG plants, and so on. So while PlantStream has earned the trust of many EPC contractors, so plant owners also recognize the benefits of PlantStream in minimizing project delays and obtaining more accurate cost estimations in the early phase of plant design. So next is the product overview. So before jumping into the product features, I'd like to highlight the key challenges we address. So there are two major challenges in the industry. One is the cost overruns, and the other is schedule delays. So according to industry reports, around 62 to 67% of oil and gas projects experience cost overruns, and 50 to 78% face schedule delays. So we address these challenges with a unique approach. So these are the main features of PlantStream. So the core functionalities are the auto routing and block patterns. So for auto routing, we have cable and tray auto routing for both electrical and instrumentation. And for piping, we have also the auto routing. So PlantStream can design 1,000 pipes in just 1 minute. And then we have the block patterns. So black patterns, these are the preset templates of equipment and piping layouts. So normally we can see this around pumps and heat exchangers. So with these features, designers can significantly reduce repetitive design time. It also supports model import export function. So the plant stream model, we can convert this to, for example, in this image, so we can convert this to E3D model. And then additionally, PlantStream offers MTO report and work volume report. So this enables a high accurate cost estimation based on 3D models. So the reports are generated in the form of Excel files. So again, PlantStream enables the design of 1,000 pipes in just 1 minute, and it helps to reduce the design time up to 75% compared to conventional workflows. So this slide explains the scope of PlantStream. Currently, we focus on the streamlining the early phases of plant engineering, such as the FS, pre-feed, and then feed. So for the feed, we can cover FEL 1, 2, and 3, and until the estimation phase. So PlantStream also offers seamless data conversion capabilities to downstream 3D CAD software. So this enables a smooth transition into EPC detailed design and beyond. So we can convert PlantStream models into Aviva tools and as well as the Autodesk. So here I'd like to introduce a key benefit of PlantStream with a real example of man-hour reduction. So this project involved a petrochemical plant with 60 equipment and 220 lines. So this is in the feed level. So while conventional 3D CAD tools required around 560 hours in total, so with the same scope, so it was completed by just 140 hours by PlantStream. So as a result, our client was able to save up to 75% man hours. So this is another key benefit of PlantStream. So in the conventional workflow, creating multiple layout options is often difficult due to time constraints in FS or feed phases. So however, layout studies are very simple with PlantStream. So once the base layout is created, you can easily generate multiple alternatives by simply moving the structures and equipment and then just run the route assist. And through these multiple layout studies, you can compare material quantities, functionality, efficiency, safety, and maintainability to ensure the most optimal design. So by creating 3D models from the FS phase, so more accurate cost estimations can be generated. And this facilitates investment decision making for plant owners, and it enhances the competitiveness of EPC contractor proposals and minimize cost overruns. So this shows the comparison between the conventional workflow and the new workflow with PlantStream. So in conventional workflow, plot plans and general route studies are typically conducted in 2D design. So this is during FS. And then 3D model will start after creating the 2D CAD at some point in pre-feed. So PlantStream approach is to replace this conventional early phase workflow with PlantStream. So this improves the overall design efficiency and enhancing the productivity across the entire engineering process. So now I will introduce the import and export features of PlantStream. So PlantStream is an ideal tool for design from scratch. So, but it also supports import functionality. So if you have intelligent PNID, you can create line list, cable list, and equipment list in the form of Excel file or what we call the CSV files. And then we can import them into PlantStream to quickly generate 3D models. And then additionally, existing models can be imported using the FBX files. So this allows the use of point cloud data or mesh models from existing plants. So this makes PlantStream applicable even for brownfield projects. So the integration with Prevu3D has further enhanced this capability. And then with regards to export function, so PlantStream enables intelligent model export for detailed design in Aviva and AutoCAD or Autodesk. So for Aviva, we have PDMS and E3D. So PlantStream model can be converted to those tools. And then for Autodesk, so we can convert PlantStream model to Plant3D. And it also supports RBM and drawing file exports, so making it possible to create 2D plot plans or make a review model, 3D model in Navisworks and as well as in Prevu3D. And with regards, I'm sorry, with regards to MTO generation, so user can create separate MTOs for pipes, cables, civil, and as well as these structures. And lastly, so let me quickly introduce the workflow of our integration with Prevu3D. So first of all, a mesh model is created in Prevu3D using cloud data, and this model is then exported as an FBX file and imported into PlantStream. So using the imported model as a reference, so new models are created in PlantStream. And finally, the data is exported from PlantStream as RVM file and brought back to Prevu3D. So we'll walk through this workflow in more detail in upcoming demo. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edward. This is really good to see, and it's really good to see both presentations side by side. I remember last year when some of our customers said to us, well, you should be working with PlantStream because your two products complement each other really well. And I think it really shows in this presentation where you have these amazing piping design tools, which are extremely important, like you mentioned, to reduce the time to design and plan for all these complexities. And we help bring the as-built conditions, and so that further accelerates. And so both companies are really into this world of helping owner operators and EPCs to better plan, better design quickly, faster at the beginning of the process, so that you minimize errors, you reduce time, and you get to success and faster turnaround with these type of tools. So I think that it probably is a good time to we'll show some visuals, because we look at some slides, which is always good, but I think both products are very visual by nature. So we'll start with a video showing some of the capabilities of Prevu. As you can see here, we have a typical an oil and gas environment with lots of piping. And with Prevu, and you'll see the same thing with PlantStream, both our products are very built as a next generation set of solutions where the speed to display and upload data is very fast. It's very almost like playing a game with reality. So here, for example, we're going to basically export this environment and we're going to bring it into PlantStream. And so we're really getting this information. So before we do that, actually go to PlantStream. Here, just showing a bit more capabilities in Prevu. So one thing, of course, with piping is how do you isolate these pipes? And so we build a lot of really simple but very efficient tools to quickly, in seconds, to be able to isolate out of the 3D scan data the piping information that you have. And that's a really key element as part of the many of the workflows, including some customers looking to bring these piping isolations into their CAD software to rebuild those piping. Which is another use case that we can do with PlantStream that we didn't discuss in this specific webinar. But really the key here, as you can see, it's very quick, efficient to navigate. It's almost like you're virtually in the space, but you can do this from your desktop. You don't have to go on site to basically do that same kind of work. So that was the first part. And now we have some video content from you, Edward, right, that we're going to show how this data comes into PlantStream and see some of your piping design tools.
All right. Okay. Let's show our video. Okay. Okay. So basically, the FBX model coming from Prevu3D can be imported to PlantStream. So as you can see here, we can bring the FBX file to PlantStream. And then here you can also make some scaling, change of axis, and at the same time, you can also apply the texture, same as from the Prevu3D. So this FBX model, you can modify. And then next is, of course, here we can add other models such as the structure and the civil blocks. And then as you can see here, so the what they call this, the black pattern is also uh, created. Okay. So with the auto routing in PlantStream, you can conduct layout studies. You can also check whether the new lines that will be created can be fit to the existing plants. And with the FBX model from Prevu3D, you can perform piping route study for existing plants. And from that, you can clearly check the possible conflicts with the existing structure and equipment.
Exactly. And so it's really key because often, when we talk to some of these owner operators and EPCs, is that the challenge is like, how do you, if you want to add new lines into your existing environment, right? And so some
Yes.
places there are very tight corners, there's very tight spaces. And so to be able to place those lines as efficiently as possible is a key challenge. And that's where combining the as-built that is generated through Prevu3D and then bring this as-built environment into PlantStream really gives the owner operators and the EPCs the best way to quickly design their piping and make sure that they're creating optimal situations in context of the real world, right? Because if you do things in a 100% CAD only environment, you might not have the exact uh, version of the truth of the site. And so having the as-built scan, there's no way around it. If there is specific piping or other elements that might not show up in your CAD design, like there's obviously things that the CAD designers might not model, including some extra like beams or structure on the environment that on the CAD model it looks all perfect. There's no issue, but suddenly if you look at reality, you realize that wait, we can't go there because there's some sign was put
Sign.
there for whatever reason, and then you end up having to make a lot of changes on the fly. Whereas if you have the as-built reality version, then you can make sure to either you can move other pieces of equipment if you want to put your line in a certain place, but you know about it early on into your design process. One question I have for you, Edward, actually we'll play another video before. So, okay, let's play a video showing again now, bringing this design that was done in PlantStream back into Prevu3D. And the key here is that we can now share this on the web. And so if you have collaborators and other stakeholders that want to see these new designs and comment on them, is another thing that's possible with our integration. So really creating a full cycle where now you can see these piping designs right inside of Prevu3D. And now I can use our web capabilities and annotations to put some comments on and other things and really complete the cycle of the design and planning process. I see here one question for PlantStream. Does PlantStream has a built-in library of process equipment?
Yeah, so to answer these questions, all right. So yeah, PlantStream has the default, actually we have the default equipment which are available in PlantStream. So basically we have the pumps, heat exchangers, vessels in our library.
Excellent. And we have another question, which is good. Tiago is asking, is it possible to work inside the mesh model with PlantStream? I'm guessing these are questions about like, can you design around the mesh model, which, the answer is yes, right? You can use like,
Yes, yes. Yeah, yes. Yeah, so with PlantStream, so you can place new, let's say new equipment, new piping inside the mesh model. And the authored piping feature of PlantStream, so it has the algorithm where it detects the clash with other elements. So basically, the FBX model, which is imported in PlantStream, so you can treat it as a collidable object. So meaning authored piping will avoid the will try to avoid the clash with that
Yeah,
FBX model.
exactly. And that's a key capability of this integration that we've done because that's the exact challenge. If you want to run a line and within other environments, having an ability to use the as-built as a collidable model and being to place the piping where it needs to go as efficiently as possible certainly removes a lot of the pain and challenges that you often have otherwise. Um, I believe that Edward, you had another video you wanted to show, right?
Mm, all right.
Can you show?
Well,
Can you?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
sure
Perfect.
thing. Okay. So actually, yeah, it's more of like a more expand video.
Okay. Perfect.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So here again, no, so we can import the FBX model from Prevu3D. Okay. So with the FBX model from Prevu3D, you can set the scale, you can change the axis, and as well as you can apply the texture, which is also used in Prevu3D. Okay. So right now here, so as you can see, these are the settings that we can apply upon importing the FBX model. Okay. So this is now the FBX model, right? So you can modify this, the location, the orientation. So it's pretty easy with PlantStream. Okay. All right. Next is we have the structure placement. So PlantStream do have default structure elements. So we have pipe rock, we have sleepers, we have civil blocks. So these are some of the default structure elements. So the moment you place plant stream models or plant stream elements, so it's like placing a module in the model or in the main view. So here you can see that we can also place the pipe rack as one module. So you don't have to model one by one each of the parts of the structure. So you can locate or orientate the element accordingly. So it's pretty easy if you modify the model in PlantStream. Okay.
Yeah. Great.
So it
There's a question here from Manish. Can we able to generate isometric drawing from PlantStream? Is that something that
okay, yeah, good question. Yeah, so actually, since as I mentioned in the introduction, we are catering the during the initial phase of design. So for this feature, this is not yet available in PlantStream. However, of course, we are open for improvement and like to expand
yeah,
our capability. So yeah, we can expect this in the future development of PlantStream.
yeah, good answer. I think that certainly we've heard also that requests from different customers that are trying to uh, accelerate or drastically improve their process of creating isometric drawing.
Yes, yes,
And we've been getting that request ourselves from out of the 3D scan data to how to create isometric right from the scan instead of creating the CAD model to do the isometric. And so definitely I can understand the question. Um,
yes.
just wondering, like the video, is there more to the video? Because otherwise I'll move to
Yeah.
the next. What? Yeah,
All right. Yeah. So I'm sorry. So just here, I just showing the how we can place the equipment model,
yeah,
and then we can just move forward a bit. So here, this is we can place the black pattern. So black pattern, you can set its properties or you can modify its properties. So it's pretty easy that you can create piping model as well as the equipment model.
yeah,
Okay. So for example, here if one equipment is added, so automatically connected piping will be created. Right.
excellent.
And
Yeah, I can
then
imagine that this is accelerating the process quite a lot from what
correct.
people are doing.
Correct. And at the same time here, let me forward a bit. So we have also the CSV import function where you can model bulk model of equipment by using the um, Excel sheets. So these Excel sheets can be imported to PlantStream.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, so like if you have 50 equipment, so you can import in just one import in PlantStream.
Interesting. Yeah, that definitely I can imagine that you want to do a lot of design iterations to use an Excel spreadsheet like that to accelerate the
Correct.
creation
Yes, yes,
process.
yes.
Bratislav has a question
Oh,
about if you have like DIN library or ANSI library as well as part of your catalog of equipment.
so for DIN library is not yet available. Um, PlantStream currently has ASME and JIS standard. So, but of course, we are open to like we can because we have database. We can inject that to our database as well. But presently, only ASME and JIS are the available standard.
Excellent. Good
Yes.
stuff. So for the next question, actually, I'll share my screen and show a quick
Yep.
video. So Masood is asking if we have object detection and semantic segmentation. So we definitely have different capabilities on that. So one I'll show you, which is called a magic wand, which is basically, let me show you this video here. So you'll see here that I've got this vacuum pump and I'd like to isolate this and classify it. So here, by just using the magic wand, I click on a few points only of that object and automatically this will create a the segmentation isolation of this specific equipment. So here, boom, I've got in a few seconds isolated this, we're creating this intelligent volumetric wrapper that we call reality asset. And now this becomes a selectable asset like this in a few seconds. And obviously we're adding more AI. We also have for piping we showed earlier as well, the different tools we're building to improve the segmentation, classification, and the semantics around the 3D scanning data. Definitely something that we're continuously looking to improve into the work that we're doing. Muhammad has another question about PlantStream, if you have capabilities to check the pipe stresses or the nozzle loads.
Okay. So with regards to pipe stress, I think it's also connected to like how we can or can PlantStream generate PCF files that will be used for pipe stress. So presently, we are starting to study and develop that feature. So for the meantime, basically PlantStream will assist you in creating 3D models that will speed up your layout studies and as well as your cost estimation.
Great, great. Is there any other questions? Actually, one that I have for you, Edward. So, where do you see your product evolve in the future? Is there specific areas that you're developing right now that would be interesting for our audience to know about sort of your direction on these tools? Obviously, there's been a few questions about more libraries. I'm guessing that's definitely one question there. But yeah, so if you know, can you talk a bit more about where you're heading as a sort of a next step in this?
Well, so as of the moment, yeah, so we are what do you call this? We cater the early phase of design. So we want to speed up the decision making in terms of making a go or not go for a particular project. And of course, we want to expand more until the detail phase of the project. So whatever we have from our clients, like their feedbacks, we take it and release it to our development. And yeah, so basically we want to expand until the very end of the design phase.
Excellent. Yeah, it's interesting because for us, because we create these extremely high quality visuals out of 3D scanning data, we've been asked more and more to bring that reality capture environment into the maintenance and operations use cases to create this sort of visual twin for connecting with system of records and making this extremely visual context environment to understand your space without having to go to their own site. So I can imagine that people are getting you more into the detailed engineering process, which makes a lot of sense. Manish here has another question about that you can create your own pipe specification. Is there ways of creating your own templates? I'm guessing that's something that will be the future if it's not done already.
Okay, so for with regards to piping specification, well, if it's about like if you can use your project, let's say what do you call this, piping class or service class, actually we can use the we have the feature called the piping class alias. So piping class alias, it can represent your piping specification in PlantStream. However, as I've mentioned, presently we are using ASME and GIS standard. So if in case uh, if you want to import or inject that specific specification, so of course PlantStream can do that for you.
Excellent. Here, Gopinath has a question. If I understand correctly, the question, do we generate the mesh model from point cloud? So yes, we do take 3D scanning data like point cloud that we generate automatically into our web platform, this mesh model. And yes, we have, just like we showed with PlantStream, we do have integrations with other CAD systems. So we can make it very seamless to bring these mesh models into Revit, Inventor, AutoCAD Plant3D, SolidWorks, Bentley MicroStation, Omniverse, and everything else. Another question here from Masood about 3D reconstruction. And do the geometry in yourselves? Do you use existing photogrammetry approach? Well, we're always looking at different ways of reconstructing 3D from different data. So obviously the first key implementation we had done is through LiDAR scanning, so point cloud data. We are looking at other image-based technologies to improve the 3D reconstruction of environments. There'll be more on that in the coming months. We're certainly always on the lookout on the latest research on new visual models to improve the visual fidelity of the environments that we create. The question, so the generation of the mesh model from the point cloud is all automatic. So basically you upload the point cloud into our platform, and basically you launch the conversion from point cloud to mesh. It's automatic, and it's pretty fast. So depending, of course, on the size of your point cloud, if you have a 100 gig point cloud, it might take you like an hour or two to get it done. If you have a terabyte, which is a very big point cloud data set, maybe a day or a day and a half, depending on the size of it. But it's very fast. We have the fastest, most accurate, and most automatic conversion of point cloud to meshes. And like I said, we're showing PlantStream, but we also have integrations with AutoCAD, Plant3D, and other systems. Obviously, the one thing we like with PlantStream is we're both startups, and so there's a lot of really good collaboration, and that's really key, especially for future product improvements. Both our companies are very focused to be client-driven, and that's one thing that is exciting about this first webinar we're doing together is to start having joint customers together and continue further integration points and further capabilities that we can create collectively between PlantStream and Prevu3D that enables this. But of course, we have other integrations, like I said, AutoCAD Plant3D, but it's key here to show the smaller players working together to create a really competitive solutions together. Edward, if someone is interested to know more about PlantStream, what is the best way to get in contact with you or your company?
All right. So actually, we have our website or homepage. So with that homepage or website, you can contact us. And also we provide some demo videos like the features of PlantStream. You can check out in our website, and you can also book some demo with us, and of course you can also contact me directly if you want to know more about PlantStream.
Excellent. Same thing here for Prevu3D. We obviously have our website, prevu3d.com. We are quite active we're frequently in key areas, including Houston. Very soon, which is like a few weeks away, we're going to be at the Downstream conference. So that's definitely one that looking forward to. Some of our folks will be there for that. We do a lot of different conferences, so if you can check our website as well for all the events that we're doing. And so, I think both companies are more than happy to talk to any customers after this. You can reach out to us also directly. Feel free to connect with me. I'm sure Edward does the same with people that reach out to him on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
But you'll see one thing that I like about the PlantStream as well as what we do at Prevu3D is really the ability to be very customer driven. We like to listen to the customers. We move very fast on our product development. And so in our case, we have monthly releases of new improvements to the product. I like to quote one of our customers in the oil and gas that said that we're moving faster than a Learjet in our product development, which is really important when you're talking about innovation and developing new products that are changing how you can plan, design, and better operate your facilities. I don't know if there's any other questions before we start ending this great webinar. Edward, any last words that you'd like to share before we conclude this first webinar?
So I would just like to thank you for this opportunity for this webinar. And of course, I would like, on behalf of PlantStream, I would like to thank all the joiners to this webinar. And yeah, as Michelle mentioned, so we continuously improve and we cater all our clients' needs. So yeah, your voice is important to us as well. So again, thank you
Absolutely.
very much for your time.
Great. So I know that we're going to do another one of these webinars later today. So looking forward to that second session. I want to thank everyone that attended this one. If you're it's your morning, early morning like me, it's like still early in Montreal right now. But this was really good. And thank you so much for your time, everyone. And thanks, Edward. This was really good. Really happy about this collaboration and looking forward to do more of these sessions together. So thank you, everyone. Have a great day or a great evening, and we'll talk soon. Thank you.
Thank you.